And they will face the MVP of last year's World Series, guiding Texas to its first national championship. From the same hometown as Caitlin Clark, West Des Moines, Iowa's Tegan Cavan.
Cavan, one of the best in the business, and when she limits those free passes and really works on her movement over her velocity, she's tough to hit. She's gotten back to her mechanics, really working on making her pitches break, and she's been outstanding as of late.
One of 4 20-game winners, and Mike White in Texas not afraid to keep throwing her out there and get her ready to roll into the NCAA tournament. Facing Kirsten Roos, an all-SEC second-teamer. The league awards coming out this morning.
Freeze! Everybody clap your hands.
Roos is the grad transfer from Coastal Carolina. She won a Sun Belt championship there, now trying to win an SEC championship here. And sends that out to Caden Henry and center one down.
Tegan Cavan, one of the best pitchers in all of D1. Why? Because she's got a great changeup rise ball combination. Look at the vertical lift on this pitch. Almost 10 inches on that rise ball. 9 strikeouts against Ole Miss last night. Really peppering the zone. Likes to throw to that arm side, especially to lefties. But really the key is that changeup. She needs to keep it at 60 miles an hour or lower for that rise ball to really bite at the top of the zone. It's all that experience, but it's that rise that she's been using as of late, getting underneath of it and really making it move at the top of the zone.
Complete game shutout with 9 strikeouts to eliminate Ole Miss last night. Here's Jaden Goodwin back in her native Kentucky home. All SEC left fielder fouls that one off.
And Tegan Cavan, you mentioned it, a lot of arm side of these lefties. Now, what Georgia does so well is they go opposite field. If you haven't been watching, that's kind of what they attack. So playing into some of the strengths for Georgia is that middle away pitch for these lefties.
Goodwin hit a home run off of Cavan during the regular season. They had 16 hits off of her when they got together. The Longhorns taking 2 of 3. Cavan defeated Randy Rolling in one of those games. Randy will get the start again tonight for Georgia. Goodwin sends that one the opposite way. Back on the track, spinning around to make the catch is Katie Bennett, who gets the start out in left tonight. 2 down.
It's not been easy to catch fly balls in left field this whole tournament. A lot of wind. So Katie Bennett even getting turned around. So just keep an eye. You see a fly ball, you might think it's easy. And watch it all the way.
Beautiful night here in Lexington. Packed house for this SEC tournament. Folks here at Kentucky, great hosts all week. Even got the sun to come out the last couple of days.
They did a great job of that.
Yes.
We complained about it when we got here, then we brought the sun.
There's that Kentucky blue sky as well.
Here's another all-SEC first-team outfielder, Sarah Gordon. Tony Baldwin talked to his team prior to the tournament. Play with a sense of urgency. Show the league how much you want to win it. And they've got a bunch of seniors here in the middle of their lineup that have been through the SEC wars over the years.
6 seniors in this lineup, and you don't see that in the SEC a whole lot.
Swing and a miss there from Gordon. Cavan out there in the circle, 3rd in wins, one of 4 20-game winners in the SEC. 2nd in the league in strikeouts this year. And only allowed 2 hits in her 7 innings last night. She had 4 1-2-3 innings.
She was very efficient, really working the corners.
On occasion will give up a home run ball, 18 on the season. And an infield pop-up, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Cavan. Longhorns picking up the bats. Game 3 hitter with 10 strikeouts against LSU in their opening game here. They're playing their 3rd in 3 days.
Ball.
came on briefly as the starter and did not get out of the first inning against Oklahoma, but her teammates picked her up with a big offensive performance. And this is Caden Henry, the all-SEC leadoff. Lines that to second, one down. So here comes Stewart. We've seen her hit him a long, long way. Out of Frankfort, Illinois. 6th in the country in home runs. Led the SEC in OPS as well as batting average. It's not just power for her.
Well, the key for Rolling is to create that lefty angle, to be able to get inside. It's such a tough pitch into righties from the left side. Being able to throw in on those hands.
During the regular season series, she was 1 for 5 with a walk and a strikeout against Rolling.
Let's see if she even gets a pitch to hit.
Yeah. She did. Fouls it off.
Get that done, Marissa.
Behind the dish tonight, Steve Gould, Megan Rabin at first, Anthony Small down at third.
40% of her hits are home runs. I mean, it shows you the power that she's got. Every time she swings the bat, you hold your breath.
A slug over 1,000, on base better than 50% of the time. 2-2.
It's a great pitch. Perfectly located the bottom part of the zone.
Go back there.
Yeah,
That pitch is getting called.
absolutely.
A little below the zone.
Full count. Goes upstairs, fouled off.
This is that hard balance. We saw it with Brooke Wells in the last game for Alabama. These big hitters that are really not going to get a whole lot of good pitches to hit, and they will swing at ball 4 because they don't want to walk.
They want to do damage. Called strike 3 at the knees, 2 down.
Wow, and how about Randy Rolling just going right up against the SEC Player of the Year? She's going to go upstairs for a ball, then hits the outer side, off the plate a little bit, gets a foul, drops in a changeup to even it up, goes back outside, a foul straight back is on it. And then how about a curveball that is right down Broadway, freezes Stewart. You don't see that often.
What's that lefty angle? It's such a tough pitch against a right-handed batter if you can get in there, and she didn't even get fully in there. I mean, that pitch was a very hittable pitch.
Very. I kind of wonder if Stewart was maybe sitting change, looking for something very different than that location.
Here's Vivi Martinez, and that hits her. And a 2-out base runner for Texas.
Rise ball in the inner half. And
easy to see Vivi was triggering on that to swing at it.
And this is a big move here for Texas. We're used to seeing Reese Atwood step in the 4 spot, but she has dropped down to the 6th spot in the lineup. So this is Leanne Good. Rips one to Linda Muth at third. Side retired. Scoreless through 1 here in the SEC semis.
Up and down in years past, but this year my goal was to be consistent, and I've done that. I've been there for my team. I asked her, how have you been consistent in the box? And she said, barrel control, making sure that I've got great barrel control, and my body posture. Every time I step in the box, it's been exactly the same, and that consistency has led to the best year in SEC softball.
Boy, look at that. Through the 50 games this season, 7 more home runs, the batting average up 60 points. Has really evolved into a good all-around hitter. And now back to the Georgia lineup in the top of the 2nd. Gabby Novickas, 4, 5, and 6 after they went down in order in the 1st inning. And Novickus pops that up to Martinez.
4 batters, 4
Yeah.
weak fly balls. That is Tegan Kavan's game when she is on. Of course, a lot of strikeouts usually mixed in as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, as an elite pitcher, if you can get a 1 or 2 pitch pop-up out, I'll take that all day long over the strikeouts. Keeps your pitch count in check.
Especially when it seems like, you know, Kavan going last night, tonight, you know, if they win this game, she's going to get the start tomorrow. So that's 3 days in a row. Pitch count is going to really play a part.
You can work an ace. It seems to be over the years now it's evolved into you need at least a number 2 or a good bullpen to help out a starter. But again, it's win 3 games in a regional in 3 days, win 2 games at a super in 3 days to get to the World Series. And as long as you stay in the winner's bracket, you have a day of rest leading up to the championship series.
And I think that's why giving more innings to other pitchers throughout the regular season allows for Tegan Kavan to go 3 consecutive days. I see it's something that they can do in the postseason.
Yeah, all the coaches here have talked about not only trying to win the SEC championship, but getting their teams ready. I mean, comes your way, 2 hours of coverage on Sunday night. We've got 5 championship games for you tomorrow, including the SEC final. The winner of this one will take on Alabama tomorrow night on ESPN. We know the ACC championship will be Florida State, Virginia Tech, and the American championship will be USF ECU. Our coverage starts with 2 games at noon and 2 games at 2:30 on ESPN and ESPN2. Full count to Tyler Ellison. Tyler's the senior from McDonough, Georgia. Tony Baldwin calls her the epitome of the student athlete. It's been a steady rise from reserve role, a lot of pinch hitting, pinch running, to into the starting lineup this year, and she looks at strike 3, 2 down. First strikeout for Tegan.
Tegan Kavan working the outer edges on this one. It's got a low rise ball coming in at 69 miles an hour. Actually, that ball looking like it's just sliding to the outer half. First strikeout. She's been on point as of late.
Here's Marissa Miller. Kavan started out yesterday against Ole Miss, retiring 6 straight to open the game. Stewart knocks it down, and Leanne Good helps her out. This year, as the co-champs Texas A&M and Oklahoma both lost their first games. We've had 6 different champs in the last 5 seasons. Texas will try and win their first SEC crown and their first conference tournament title since 2005. They have a Big 12 regular season championship, but not a tournament crown. It's been a minute. And that was one of Mike White's goals. Said, got to keep getting better. Even when you're the defending champs, we want to attack a championship.
Yeah, not defend it, attack it.
Attack it. And he said, we want a ring. They didn't get one in the regular season, even though they're the preseason favorites. So they have a chance to get one with a win today and tomorrow.
They didn't get one last year either, and if you look at their record for the first few months of the season compared to last year, very similar. I mean, it's just kind of average. It starts to kick into another gear this time of year.
They've played for the national championship in 3 of the last 4 seasons, finally breaking through to win it in their 8th trip to the World Series, winning 2 of 3 from Texas Tech. And they beat Nyjah Kennedy twice to do it. Here's Hannah Wells.
And, you know, a lot of people would say that the second hardest tournament to win behind the Women's College World Series is this SEC tournament.
Hannah's been terrific lately for Texas. 5 homers in her last 11 games. Rolling gets the strikeout there.
And Rolling always throws with a lot of energy, a lot of passion. She's got that great late sharp movement. Rise ball in the outer half. It's a little up, it's a little out. She's got that lefty spin, and you can just see the fist pump after. She puts everything she has in every pitch she throws.
So here's Reese Atwood, who has dropped down to the 6th spot in the batting order. That'll get out of play. Reese was 0 for 2 with a walk and struck out twice against Ole Miss. She does have a hit in 9 of her last 11 games, but just 1 homer in her last 12.
A lot of groundouts, and changeup has been a pitch. Sees a whole lot of it. Has had a hard time identifying that pitch.
The greatest slugger in Texas history. Their career leader in home runs and RBI. Our first team All-American, National Catcher of the Year last season.
That's got to feel good, though, for her. I mean, just missing a home run all the way to the fence. That's what Reese Atwood needs. Anytime you're slumping, take the positive from that.
Here's Katie Bennett in the 7th spot in the order. Facing Randy Rolling, who has allowed just the 1 base runner on a hit batter so far. Retired 5 of 6. She is fun to watch.
I love her emotions. How fired up Smitty was just talking about it. Having Vic Moten from Alabama and now Rolling back to back. See how she nods too? Like, I mean, there's just so much activity. When you get in that batter's box, you're very much aware of that energy. It's a confidence. Vic's like, yeah, I know.
Little cookies and cream.
Is that not softball, by the way, at its best? I mean, we all grow up, travel ball tournaments, at the fields. The fact that Vic's not back at the hotel, she's just in the stands with her team.
Oh, strawberry lemonade she's going with. Up now her buds are texting her. That's Jocelyn Brisky to her left, the SEC Pitcher of the Year. We'll probably see tomorrow.
How cool is it post-game? She told Holly Rowe, you know, I just wanted to give Jocelyn Brisky some rest. And thank you, Coach Murph, for the opportunity. I mean, such a humble freshman. And those two right there, how much she's learning from her teammate.
And how much Moten has allowed Brisky to do what she does and stay fresh.
Combo. I always say that, you know, really strong, positive pitchers, you know, pitching staffs that are close typically win you championships, supporting each other. And that's Ailey Johnson. Was one of the best changeups in the game. She's been used a lot in relief.
Called strike 3. Number 3 through the first couple of innings for Randy Rolling.
Randy Rolling is
relief performance, the game of her life, as they rallied from a 5-run deficit, scored 10 unanswered as she kept Oklahoma's bats quiet, and they knocked out the 1 seed.
Tony Baldwin was great in his presser afterwards, just talking about her like, you know, she's just a Southern girl, you know, from South Georgia, and just really took the most of the opportunity.
You can see her personality just in that interview. She retired 12 straight after the home run she gave up. 20 of the 23 Oklahoma batters that she faced. I mean, that hasn't happened all year long to the Sooners.
Here's Bailey Lindemuth, SEC second team performer. Let's see if the bottom of the order can crank it up again. They have been terrific through the first 2 nights here. The bottom 4 with 12 hits, 9 runs, and 8 RBIs. They've driven in nearly half of their runs in 2 games.
That's when you just know you're rolling, because it's not just going to be a few runs. If the bottom of your order is getting production, and I give Tony Baldwin a lot of credit because he has not changed the order either.
No.
Usually then you start bringing these hitters up to the top, but then everyone doesn't seem to be able to kind of get in that rhythm. They are in a rhythm right now.
3-1 pitch. Pops it up. Good calling for it. 1 down. So here comes Emily Digby. In the parlance of Presley Harrison, the punch in the mouth, she's delivered the haymakers, Jess.
Yeah, she's down here in the 8-hole, by the way. 3 home runs in 3 games and a big one Thursday night. I mean, this put them away. 3 RBIs on the night. 9 RBIs in the last 3 games. And again, in the 8-hole, and that's what we've seen is just so much power throughout. Big leader on this team at shortstop in that position.
On those 3 home runs in this tournament, that gives her 10, so she becomes the 4th double-digit home run hitter in this lineup.
Well, their last 4 games, wins over Florida, LSU, and Oklahoma, all top 16 teams in the country. They've seen their RPI jump from 15 to 11. And when they arrived here, we were talking about being on the Supers bubble as a 15 or 16 seed. Georgia wants us to start talking about them as an 8 or a 9 seed and possibly getting to stay home both weekends of the NCAA tournament. Certainly a Texas win would help with that.
The committee is looking to that. That's why these tournaments matter so much.
Last 10 games, how you finish the season is a piece of criteria. Tegan Cavan continues to mow them down, however, and has retired 8 straight to start the game.
Tegan Cavan is best when she's throwing this changeup 60 miles an hour or less. This one coming in at 59 miles an hour. It's a great location at the knees, and look at the vertical drop on that. Digby does not have a chance. There's so much movement on that pitch.
Five pop-ups, a ground out, and a couple of strikeouts. And here's Natalie Ray.
Well, this is what makes Cavan so difficult. The last pitch on the strikeout, that ball's just driving down about 7 inches of drop, and then she throws a rise ball that has 7 inches of vertical climb.
Yeah, with an 8 to 10 mile an hour difference, good luck. And that's when she's on, like you said. It's having both of those. She has one. By the time you get second time through the order, you can start to adjust. But when she's got both, it's hard to pick one.
Ahead here, 0-2. Let's go down to Hallie Rowe.
Well, guys, I talked to Tegan Cavan. She said part of the season she was really struggling because she was really relying on her rise ball too much. She said, I know I cannot be too rise ball heavy. People have scouted that. I have to be able to believe in my changeup. That's something she's really worked on here late in the season, not to be so reliant on the rise and to really mix it up. You saw exactly that on that last strikeout.
Going for another strikeout here. Yeah, well, Holly, you know, as you guys know, the case is when you throw smoke in high school, you can just rely on your one pitch, right? But now when you get here and you're playing in the SEC and you're playing at the World Series, different ball game.
Well, velocity fools the high school level hitter because they can't catch up to the speed. Here, speed doesn't fool anyone. You have to have speed plus or speed plus plus. So movement, change of speed,
Variation,
location, exactly.
Oh, and deception. I think that's the 4th piece that I see with Cavan with her changeup tonight. It's not always deceptive. Sometimes you can pick it up. And she is deceiving these hitters because she's selling it. It looks like it's going to be something hard coming out of her hand.
And just to your point, you sell that after you come off the pitching rubber, but also when you release it, you've got to explode through that release because that's what catches the eye of the hitter. And there's a breakdown of the usage. Rise ball at 65%, changeup about 11%. I like to see that a little higher. I think the more she uses it, the better she is.
Well, that's to Holly's point. Is I bet that changeup percentage was down in the single digits and then slowly climbing up.
Eighth pitch of this at-bat. Ray with a good fight. And puts it in play. Drills that out to left center. That'll find the wall as she motors into second. And the first hit for Georgia.
This is where Georgia is so good. I mean, this is a Tegan Cavan really good drop ball that's away. So this is outside, not even a strike. Natalie Ray does a beautiful job going with this pitch. This is what Georgia does so well. Opposite field power. Now back up to the top.
And that's her first hit off of Kavan. She was hitless against her in the series when they played in the regular season.
Now it's Kirsten Roos and back to the top of the order. They've been really good with runners on in the tournament. Martinez with a nice charge and denies them the chance there. For their first title, it was a rocky road to get there. They showed a lot of resilience and perseverance. Similar story this year. Against a tough schedule in April, they were just a 500 team. And now trying to crank it up for the postseason. It was in this game a year ago that they got spanked by Texas A&M, got ruled out of the SEC tournament. And they want to make amends for that and reach the finals tomorrow against Alabama. But Randy Rolling has been keeping them in check. 8-9 and then the top here in the third. J.C. Nichols, you heard me say Mia Scott hit a grand slam last year. Well, J.C. Nichols is the new third baseman.
Big shoes to fill.
Mike White loves her D, loves her glove. Taking a moment here to help out Marissa Miller.
Oh, ouch.
Always good to see the umpires. Steve Gould walking around a little bit, buying a little time for the catcher. And they look out for each other.
Catch their breath.
Such fun emotion in the circle from Randy Rolling, the pitcher who's got all these little quirks and different movements. I asked her pitching coach, Chelsea Wilkinson, like, is she out there just talking to herself constantly? She said, oh yeah, she has different trigger words for different pitches. She'll say something out loud to herself to remind her of a certain movement or mechanic. So this is something that she's doing. I said, that's so funny. Our Beth Mowens does the exact same thing. She's been practicing in the shower how to explain the bracket.
This is a true story. That is a foul ball. And Holly, people like me and Randy, we don't talk to ourselves. We're just having a staff meeting, that's all. With all the different people in our head.
Beth with the fist pumps and gets all fired up when we make
high fives.
Yeah.
Team up here.
Ask any announcers, you got to spend a little time practicing your craft in front of a mirror and in front of the TV. Right?
Anybody? Do you do that, Jess?
No, but maybe I should start. Let's try it.
I am a Gemini, so it's just me and my split personality, my twin. Here's Ashton Maloney, batting in the ninth spot. Pops it up. How about Randy Rolling? One time through the batting order, just one base runner, and Zippo in the hits department.
She just attacks. Holly talked about her mannerisms and the emotion, but she gets dialed in, and she's just not afraid to come inside. You see a lot of pitchers with confidence to do that.
And how about the resiliency, right? She got pounded in the first inning against Oklahoma, and here she is against Texas, the defending national champions, and she's thrown a great game. Confidence, bam.
Yeah.
All right.
That never seems to be in short for Georgia players. It started with Lou Harris-Champer. It continues with Tony Baldwin, her longtime assistant. Now in his 5th year as the head coach.
Well, and Coach Baldwin said she embodies like what a Bulldog is, and she actually is reminiscent of her pitching coach who won the SEC tournament
2014.
2014. That's right.
Chelsea Wilkinson. Good role model to have. Here's Caden Henry. Ground ball to short, and that's a 1, 2, 3 innings. She's set down 7 in a row. You keep talking to yourself, Randy. That might be a slugfest tonight. So far, they have turned it into a pitcher's duel. Pitcher's rule.
All right. Well, they've both been doing good. You know, they've been working on the edges, mixing speeds. They've been productive as far as not having to work too deep into counts. And when you work from ahead, your life in that circle is much easier.
All right, a big test now coming up because it's the second time around for Goodwin, Gordon, and Novickus in the heart of the order for the Bulldogs. It was the second time through that Goodwin started the rally in a 5-run fourth inning last night with a solo home run. Two of her teammates followed with dingers. And they made the biggest comeback in the history of the SEC tournament and scored 10 unanswered runs. Not with that one down.
6 fly ball out here in the fourth inning. That has been a big part of Cavan's game. Usually we see a lot of strikeouts, just 2, and Smitty, you mentioned it, pitching more to contact. And Tony Baldwin said it's not even that we're swinging at bad pitches, we're just having better quality swings against those pitches.
And for a strike to Sarah Gordon, catches the bottom of the zone. Popped up in the first. Tony Baldwin tells her to let your swing do what it wants to do. Nearly a 400 hitter with power.
Right down the line. I mean, just the reacts. I think playing third base in softball, hardest position because you got to cover bunts. You're in so much closer, and then the ball's tattooed at you like that. You got to react.
There's Gabby Novickus. She was a home run hitter in that fourth inning last night as well. Scored a couple of runs. Swing and a miss there.
Yeah, definitely respecting the power of the freshman Novickus. Starts her with the changeup, then comes hard, then comes back to the changeup for the swing and miss.
Georgia did not have a hard hit ball through the first 8 batters, but now they've gotten better contact over the last 4 with 2 hard hit balls. And the infield pop up, and Martinez with great range. The basket catch, then a 1-2-3 inning.
Oh, it's going to come down to some defense.
Handing job.
Leading off the bottom of the fourth for Texas, first baseman number 20, Katie Stewart.
So here's Katie Stewart to lead things off, 2, 3, and 4. Struck out looking at a curveball her first time up. Texas still looking for its first hit off of Randy Rolling. Just a 1-hit batter, the only Longhorn that's been on base back in the first inning.
She's really been working on the margins, hitting those corners, mixing speeds. And this is what the lefty's done all year long.
Catches the outside corner, 1 and 2.
And just like Cavan, Rolling's changeup has been just so important tonight.
Ground ball to short. In time to get her 1 down, and time now to head out to Alyssa Lang. Breaking news, softball fans.
That's right, ladies. We've got great news from UCLA. Megan Grant taking on Wisconsin. She was one away from tying Laura Espinosa's all-time NCAA record, and there it is, number 37. Writer in the history books, Megan Grant. How about awful?
Megan Grant ties Laura Espinosa's record that has stood for 31 years. And so now she overtakes Kendall Wells with Jordan Woolery right behind. And now the race is on to see who will set the new record. But congratulations to Megan Grant.
What a massive moment, too, for just UCLA. Keeping that record, by the way, in the old Pac-10, where it began with Laura Espinosa at Arizona. 31 years it's been since someone has hit 37 home runs with all the long balls we've seen over the last decade.
A record-breaking home run season around college basketball, and a new single season mark may be set soon as Vivi Martinez reaches with one out.
It should go down as an error. Emily Digby, who was challenged, and actually the regular season series against Texas had a few errors.
So still without a hit, but now a base runner for Texas with one down, and Leanne Good. She homered off of Georgia during the regular season. Thinks about the bunt there.
Well, to your point about the home runs and the records, there's been over 1,600 more home runs this year than last year in all of softball.
Wild,
I mean,
wild
it is
numbers.
wild.
I want to play. It's just how much better these hitters are getting. The understanding of who they're facing is unprecedented. You can put a machine to set, spin, slot, velocity to replicate exactly what you're going to face. The game is definitely advantage hitter. Not this game, though.
Well, remember a couple years ago, too, they changed the compression of the ball.
Yeah.
They dropped that down. I still think they need to intermittently test the balls throughout the year to make sure they're within spec, as well as, we test bats.
Good opposite. You have nutritionists, you have strength and conditioning coaches, you have every weight room activity at your beck and call. You have video you can watch all day long, right? There's no surprises anymore. Back in the day,
What is hit?
you may not have seen a pitcher all year long until you saw him in the NCAA tournament.
Well, the other thing we're finding, too, is that we can track exit velocity. And some of these home runs that are going out, the exit velocity is in the low 60s, mid 60s. That typically is a pop-up to the outfield, not a home run. So, I think at some point, to be a good steward of the game, you've got to go back and look at why this is happening. This isn't a 5%.
Had a great year, but I'll tell you what, we talked about Texas last year. This is when Leanne Good got hot. We showed her home run in the World Series. It was a pivotal moment to get them that national championship. And right here to break it open this game, how about your first hit of the game goes over the fence, and Smitty, to a pitcher's chagrin, what seems like a fly ball, barely clearing the fence over there in right field. It seemed like Sarah Gordon had a jump on it, but just clearing. Texas now up 2-0.
Oh, your point. Exactly, Jess. She almost got up and got that.
Oh, nice catch, fella. Out beyond the wall, and Leanne Good says, hey, how you like me now? 2-0 Texas. Second one she's hit off a rolling this year. And as you mentioned, Jess, their first hit of the game. And that error costly because it had a runner on in front of her. And now Good homering in back-to-back games. Enjoying her time here in Lexington. Here's Hannah Wells. She had 2 home runs in the Georgia series regular season, including a game winner in extra innings to win the series for Texas. It's been good to be a Wells this year, whether it's Brooke at Alabama or Kendall at Oklahoma or Hannah on the 40 acres.
Went in on that fake family. Last name Wells. You're slugging this year. It's cool to see the development of Hannah Wells. She was not an everyday starter, just earned herself into this lineup a few weeks ago in that Oklahoma series when she pinch hit a home run.
What you got, Holly?
Well, I did confirm they are not related. So Brooke Wells at Alabama was joking that she's related to Kendall Wells. That is not true. A lot of Wells, the Wells run deep, but they are not related so far, as we know.
Good job.
All's Wells that ends Wells, Holly.
Do you practice that in the shower?
That one's in the dirt from rolling. See what she's done lately.
Well, she's just been fun to watch. Two-way star. She's had some starts in the circle. I mean, excited to watch her develop as a hitter and pitcher.
And she likes hitting middle away. You know, so many hitters are just big at pulling the ball, and Hannah Wells does a good job. You can see her kind of going after those pitches that seem like pitchers' pitches away. Just like Leanne Goods hit, she can poke it over the right field fence. You got to see this pitch location. I mean, with 2 strikes, I talked about her hunting away. I mean, this is not a hitter's pitch. I mean, look at where this thing is located. I mean, look at where her body is. This changeup that is moving away from her bat. Look at how far away the bat is. And by the way, 70% swing. She gets the contact and just drops the bat. This is all barrel. Her body is beat on the changeup, but the barrel is able to hit this out.
And there almost is case in point, completely fooled, but yet the ball leaves the yard with the power, with getting the extension.
3-0 Texas.
Wow. It's their 80th home run of the year now.
Uh-oh, Reese Atwood. And that one will not get out. She sends 2 back to the track. 2 down. That one sounded like the hardest hit of the 3. May have been a little out in front.
Off the end of the bat, just missing it. This is a home run swing, but yeah.
Oh yeah, she's early.
Last 2 inches of that bat. An inch further up, that thing is into our SEC now set.
Here's Katie Bennett. Struck out looking at a curveball her first time up. Pops it up. And that one is playable. And Marissa Miller has it.
The new one. I love that she told Holly she had a meltdown.
Yeah, exactly.
Tyler Ellison tattoos that one. And here we go.
Tyler Ellison down here in the 5-hole. Again, pitcher's pitch. Actually, no, this one's middle. This is Cookie. This is on a platter. Does a beautiful job of just getting to this ball dead center field. And now Georgia, they're on the board.
Georgia's 5th home run in the 3 games here at the tournament from 4 different dogs. And now Ellison joins the fun.
It's her 9th of the year.
Our 3rd home run in the last 10 minutes. And it's a 3-1 game.
I think it's something about once the sun
Once
sets.
the sun maybe affects the air. You usually handle, when we're out in Arizona, you usually handle the weather reports out there, the home run reports and the desert air.
She's going to pretend like we're high elevation.
Yeah. Anything to the cooler
It's like Denver.
temps.
It's like Denver here.
Well, this is known to be one of the most home run friendly parks in the SEC, as well as Arkansas. With the altitude, they are a higher altitude.
Okay.
We're in the mountains. That's why it's so cold.
I thought you were going to say it was the limestone.
No, that just helps the bourbon.
That helps the short game and the bourbon. 3-0 to Miller. We continue to add to the SEC tournament home run record. Now up to 34, courtesy of Tyler Ellison. Leanne Good, Hannah Wells.
Is it 26, right? That's what got broken.
27 was the old record.
27.
Yep. Yeah.
Blew through that.
We're in the semis.
Still more to come tomorrow.
Maybe even tonight.
Good point. Deep on the grass, Martinez, and the throw pulls Stewart off the base. Hey, the NBA Western Conference semis come your way tomorrow night on ABC. Game 3, Thunder and the Lakers. OKC up 2. Game also available on the ESPN app.
Good job by Miller to get down the line. Beat that out. Just shows how deep Vivi Martinez was playing at short.
Here's Bailey Lindemuth, and don't look now, but the tying run is at the plate. Drills that one center.
He's being challenged by Georgia. The play is under further review.
Okay, go ahead, Christy.
They're going to be looking at the setup of the catcher before she takes possession of the ball. Looks like a clean play to me. I don't think we have obstruction on this.
Christy, I totally agree with you. I mean, Reese Atwood does a great job of staying up the line until she needs to go and tag Miller. And you talk about the reach.
She almost crawls to her because she goes down to get her. Look, and then she has to crawl to go get her.
It gets kicked in the head there at the end. Now, this is exactly textbook of what you want to do.
Actually, Miller may have been better off going straight.
There is no obstruction. The runner is out. Georgia has one remaining challenge.
The throw from Ashton Maloney.
You just don't see outfielders being able to one-hop from here, especially because her weight, picking this off the ground. I mean, this is a great throw, and honestly, for Reese.
And the frustration from Miller, she thought she had it.
And take a look at Miller. Look at how far she's going to be coming through here. And she takes a longer line instead of coming right toward the plate.
Looked like she even tripped on third base.
Yeah, it looked like she was maybe running out of gas, but you're right. It may have been that she tripped a little bit and was off balance.
She kind of got caught up.
So Texas saves a run, but Georgia is starting to hit the ball a lot harder. That was still a double for Bailey Lindemuth. And here is Emily Digby, home runs in each of the last 2 nights. And steps in as the tying run.
Oh, and what gets lost in that last play is Bailey Lindemuth hit it off the wall, almost went out for another home run. Big time double. Starting to hit Kavan.
Oh, and that's where if Miller had been pinch run for, there's a chance that, that definitely would have scored.
She hit a wall when she got to third. It looked like
100%.
she might have tripped, but there had been a pinch runner in there, they would have scored.
Digby chases the rise at 69 miles an hour, 1-2. So after the pitchers ruled the first 3 innings and the offenses started 1 for 24, they're 5 for 7 with 3 home runs in the bottom of the 4th and the top of the 5th. And Kavan strikes back and strikes out Digby. 2 down.
She gets Digby to chase a pitch that's out of the zone. In fact, Digby chased a couple of pitches during this at-bat that were out of the zone. She goes back with the rise ball, Kavan does. Look at the way this is going to move. 11 inches of vertical break on the upside.
Bottom of the order, clutch again for the 3rd night in a row.
Natalie Ray back-to-back hits, almost identical, by the way. Just she knows her swing, she knows her approach, and a great understanding. Just fine left field. See her just throw the barrel out. Down here in the 9-hole. Identical hits, both her at-bats.
On a great jump. Lindemuth easily going to score on this. It helps that there's Kirsten Roos in that leadoff position has come up big when runners have been on base. Take a look at that dugout. It's been one of the loudest in this tournament. And this team, when they get on a roll, they are almost impossible to stop. A pitch on the outer half. Apogee, BMO. And that's what this team does so well. It's why they're hard to pitch to. And a great job scoring all the way from first. Natalie Ray coming in to knot up the game.
Tegan Cavan had 16 innings in a row without allowing a run. The best stretch of her career. And the Dogs have put an end to that. And a pitching change here for Texas. 3-3 for a spot in the SEC championship game. Through the first 4 innings and a whole new ball game here in the 5th as she is chased with a home run, 4 hits in the inning. Excuse me, 5 in the inning. So Lali Gutierrez comes on because all those were hard hit balls.
Well, they only had 1 hit through 4 innings for Georgia against Cavan, and they come into this 5th inning in response to the 3 spot that was put up by Texas, and it's been a hit fest, but all opposite field. Their ability to take pitches middle away, pitchers' pitches, and drive them opposite field, whether it's the long ball, the extra base hit. 3 runs here as they get back to the top of the order.
It started with the Tyler Ellison solo home run, just like their big inning last night against Oklahoma. A solo shot woke up everybody's bat. And here's Jaden Goodwin. She's their best hitter, over 400 on the season. 0 for 2 tonight.
It's crazy too, and 4 of those 5 hits in that inning on the first pitch. The only one that was not was Miller's. It was a 3-2 pitch.
Sounds like a plan, and they executed it well.
Lali Gutierrez is known for her off-speed curveball, her ability to mix speeds. This is a 60-mile-an-hour off-speed that is not fooling Goodwin. She's going to be able to take that ball, go oppo with it.
Three straight hits to drive in runs. And there's another one. Runners on first and second with 2 outs.
I mean, their ability, we'll keep talking about it. There is no one in the country that can do this 1 through 9 as far as just opposite field hitting. Makes it so hard for a pitcher, whether it's the off speed, anything low and away. It's a big philosophy that Tony Baldwin has had coming into this year. Of course, Kirsten Roos, the only one to actually pull a hit, so 2 hitters ago. You know, that was opposite field, going into right center field, back to back. And then look at this last swing. Look at where this pitch is located. Down in the zone, below the knees. They trust so much on letting that ball travel deep.
They just are so good at barreling up the inside of the ball.
4 straight hits here with 2 outs. And what they did to Oklahoma last night, they're doing it again tonight to Texas.
How about 14 runs between Oklahoma and Texas? And they trailed 5-0, entering the 4th one, 10-5, 3-0. That's almost what just gets their bats going, is when they go down.
Novickis is the 9th to the plate this inning. She's 0 for 2. One of only 2 Dogs without a hit yet. Right down the middle.
Well, it's interesting because last year, Tony Baldwin tried to change their swing patterns a little bit more, tried to get more power. It didn't work. They were thinking too much. Their batting averages went down. He said, you know what, we're going to go back to what we know how to do. Let that ball get deep into our hitting window and go oppo with it.
Ground out to short will end the inning, but it's a doozy for the Dogs as they grab the lead. Winner gets Alabama tomorrow night. They're fixing a microphone on the home plate umpire, Steve Gould. Crimson Tide run-ruled Florida today. Alabama beat them 9-1. Ambry Taylor hit a home run, and Vic Moten picked up her 19th win of the season despite 7 walks. 8-9 in the top for Texas.
Well, most importantly for Alabama, they were able to rest SEC Pitcher of the Year, Jocelyn Brisky. So they're into the championship game without even having to use their ace today. Pretty impressive.
They are now in really good position to possibly snag the overall #1 seed for the NCAA tournament. They beat the #1 RPI Arkansas yesterday. They beat Florida today, another contender for the #1 seed. And Texas is also in the running for it. They are trailing here to Georgia. You might have Oklahoma still in the mix. You might have Nebraska, or who knows, UCLA may be able to make a run for it. As it stands right now, it looks like the Bruins, Woolery and Grant, will take on Jordy Fromm tomorrow in the Big Ten championship game.
A little bit of history there. They played each other this year.
You have Florida State and Virginia Tech tomorrow in the ACC championship. Texas Tech will play for the Big 12 championship. We got 5 games for you. 2 at noon, 2 at 2:30, and then our ACC final, or SEC final on ESPN at 5 o'clock.
Great job by Randy Rolling to get back into this count.
Nichols grounds it to second. Roos has it 1 down. Hey, the WNBA gets back on the court this weekend with a pair of games for you tomorrow afternoon on ABC and the ESPN app. Caitlin Clark and the Fever taking on the Dallas Wings. Then it's the Aces, the defending champs, in a rematch of the finals with the Phoenix Mercury. Coverage tips with WNBA Countdown at 12:30. Big summer ahead for the WNBA with their new collective bargaining agreement. Here's Ashton Maloney, who had huge outfield assists to throw out Marissa Miller at home. Otherwise, it would be a 2-run Georgia lead.
Texas doing a much better job this inning of showing patience. They've been chasing that pitch up in the zone, just barely out of the zone, but now taking that pitch, getting into hitters' counts.
That's in for a strike.
Next curve by Rolling to get back in this at bat in this count.
I don't blame Ashton Maloney for going to third base because her speed, and you have to make a perfect throw to get her, and that's exactly what happens. This is a slap that gets over the head of Sarah Gordon out in right field. And look at this relay. Execution, Kirsten Roos coming around. Perfect throw to get a really fast Ashton Maloney.
That is a dart from Kirsten Roos.
Even Sarah Gordon said, wow. That feels good.
9-4-5 to nail her at third. And a standing O for Randy Rolling, who will come out of the game. And the star yesterday out of the bullpen is back again tonight. The freshman Presley Harrison from Baxley, Georgia.
And Jess, to your point, Ashton Maloney has 3 triples on the year. She has all that speed. On the conservative side, though,
yeah,
you got the top of the order coming up, and Katie Stewart's going to be on deck here.
You're still in scoring position if you hold at second, but I'm sure she wasn't expecting this really good relay by the
her out, so she's playing the odds, and the odds are nailed. Get her knee. Great call there at third base.
Really good call by the umpire to come up the line.
And yes, hindsight, stay on second base, let the top of the order come up. But Ashton Maloney, you do that 100 times, 99, she's going to get to third.
Mike White did have a conversation with her. I'm curious as to what was said as Maloney was coming off. But now it's 2 outs and nobody on, and here's the top of the order.
Beth, she didn't look at him. Like, she just went.
Don't make eye contact.
She head down. She's like,
nope.
It was a triple out of the box in her mind.
See if it proves costly here for the Horns. Henry and then Stewart. They are 0 for 4 here at the top.
God, momentum's everything, too. I mean, you just felt that Texas dugout ignite. And now you can just feel the quiet. Caden Henry now with 2 outs trying to create something.
Caden didn't agree with that one.
That was way off the plate.
Yeah. And now it's 1-2 with Presley Harrison.
And Harrison only threw 2/3 of an inning against Texas.
She's like the secret arm.
Yeah. She's kind of hidden. I mean, she's been in the bullpen more than she's been in the circle this year. She's a secret weapon, as you mentioned, to pull out of there.
Coming out party here at the SEC tournament.
Well, especially because you're facing these teams the 4th time when you've already played them in a series, so you're so familiar with the pitchers. No one's familiar with Presley Harrison. Oklahoma last night. Not know what to do with her, and now Texas. See how they respond.
Full count. An outfield assist for both sides, and that one is out to left for out number 3.
All right, we've seen it now twice.
The highest seed to ever reach the championship was a 10 seed South Carolina 3 years ago. The highest seed to ever win it was an 8 seed. And here is Georgia, the 9 seed, trying to get into the championship.
They have been gritty, resilient, just playing with a lot of passion, a lot of confidence.
Ellison got it started with the home run her last time up. This has been a chaotic tournament over the years. All kinds of crazy stuff happens. And there are your lowest seeded champs. Georgia was a 5 when they won it in 2014, and the record holder there, the 8 seed, Ole Miss.
Well, this is the first year we had double-digit seeds that made it all the way into the quarterfinals.
Had a pair of them.
Yeah.
Had to win 2 games to get there.
3 teams have been knocked out of SEC tournament contention. Kentucky, Missouri, and Auburn, so likely that the SEC will get the other 12 teams in.
All right, so you have to have a 500 average in order to get into the NCAA tournament.
500 record, yeah. Now the question remains, how many will be seeded and how many will be seeded in the top 8 to stay home? Good.
Anytime an infielder has to take a step back, that's why she's laughing. I think it was 76 miles an hour. No problem.
Citlali Gutierrez begins her 2nd inning of relief work, coming on for Tegan Cavan in that 4-run Georgia 5th inning. Here's Marissa Miller, singled and then got thrown out at home.
I think one of the more impressive things I've seen Georgia in this tournament, now in their 3rd game, is they're hitting 400 with 2 outs. So many of their runs, so much of their success coming with 2 outs.
Really nice pitch by Citlali Gutierrez. So she drops the velocity down to 60 miles an hour, but it also drops off the table 10 inches.
If you're wondering, for Texas with 6 outs to work with, the next Longhorn to swing a bat will be the home run queen, Katie Stewart, due up in the bottom half. Pitch off the end of the bat, and Martinez will scoop it up. 2 down. Hey, we got another stellar WWE Premium Live event coming your way tomorrow as Backlash comes to Smitty's hometown of Tampa, Florida. All WWE Premium Live events are available to stream on the ESPN app with the ESPN Unlimited plan. Here's Lindemuth. Doubled and scored in the 5th. As Gutierrez tries to get the 1-2-3 inning. Alabama in the regular season took 2 of 3 from Texas in Tuscaloosa. They did not see Georgia during the regular season.
Everybody clap your hands.
Snagged again by Nichols from her knees over to first. Another web gem for the left side.
From ahead, see what the freshman Harrison can do against her.
I mean, she just struck out Kendall Wells last night, so you think about the confidence that Harrison has to get anyone.
She retired of 17 of the last 19 she faced, but she also did give up a home run ball. Dogs have used this defensive change before. Delaney Sullivan to center. Natalie Ray moves over to right.
I think this is a changeup at 62 miles an hour.
Coming at you in your living room.
Slips out of the hand.
Hope you brought a glove. Just comes off her bat different. There's a few hitters here in the SEC, even their foul balls, you're like, everyone kind of takes a step back. Including Mike White at third base. He's playing left field.
2 strikes on her. Has struck out once tonight. Full count. Stewart out to left. 1 down. Big out for Harrison. May not have to see Katie again tonight.
Another one off the end of the bat, too. Just a good job mixing speeds, missing barrels, both Atwood and Stewart.
And challenging them on the inside part of the plate. You could not miss there.
Here's Vivi Martinez. She lashes one out to center. And off the glove of Sullivan, and Vivi will stay at second. Big stop sign up from Mike White in the third base coach's box. Tying run in scoring position.
Vivi Martinez going upstairs to get this one. You see her elevate in her legs. And this should have been fielded out in center field by Sullivan for a single. So it's going to go down as a single and then an E8 getting by. Remember, Delaney Sullivan just coming in this inning as a defensive replacement.
Martinez will come out. Adaya Wallace is on as the tying run at second base. First chance tonight for the Longhorns with a runner in scoring position, and it's Leanne Good. 2-run home run her last time up. Pops it up in foul territory. 2 down.
That is a huge pitch for the freshman Harrison, getting again underneath the hands of the big power hitters for Texas and inducing those pop-ups.
Hannah Wells solo shot in the 4th. That was her 3rd home run of the year against Georgia pitchers. Yanks one foul.
Hannah Wells taking a changeup for her 13th home run of the year. She just pokes at it. She goes out and get it. She's beat in her lower body, but gets that barrel on the ball and sends it out opposite field. That gave Texas a 3-run lead at the time.
Chelsea Wilkinson out to talk to her freshman. There's been some hard-hit softballs here from Texas. Mike White and their hitting coach, Aaron Earlywine, talking with Hannah.
Rolling has a very different type of changeup than Harrison. Rolling's was more down in the zone, and Harrison throws an off-speed rise ball, so it's more up in the zone.
A 1 pitch. Got her to chase.
Harrison, one of the best pitchers in the country at getting hitters to chase outside the zone.
Tried to jam her.
Got to be in the back of Wells' mind, too, that that rise ball is coming again. It's going to be way out of the zone. What Harrison does a good job of. It looks so hittable until the very end. It bites, jumps up.
Wow, and that's close. That, to me, as a pitching coach, that's 0-2. You got to be very careful.
You don't want to throw it down the middle at 0-2?
No.
That's off the roof of the batting cages.
Yeah, that was
It went a long way. For a long strike. Still 0-2.
How about them just continue to come inside?
The pitch prior was an off-speed rise ball. The one that she just fouled it hard on a line was a hard rise ball at 68 miles an hour. I think you got to go to the outside corner, then come back underneath the hand. So make something move off the plate away to work her back in underneath the hands. Keep coming in underneath the hands.
Freshman versus freshman showdown at a critical moment in the SEC semifinals. One swing away from tying it up or taking a lead.
That's a great take.
Stayed in it.
Look at her. Look, yeah. Well, no, fist pump.
Fist pump to that dugout. Looking at the dugout.
She's so happy. I've been there, girl. Like, she swung and missed at that rise ball, and in at bat adjustment to not swing at it again.
And the quick refocus at 1-2.
And you'll see Hannah Wells want to swing at this pitch. Watch her body start to trigger, and then nope. And then here comes the fist punt to the dugout, by the way. You guys see that? Did you see me? Did you see me not swing at it? That was good, right?
Priceless. She drops it down in left field.
Well, because what does that do? You don't chase the rise ball, and it forces Harrison to have to come back down into the zone and be able to get a pitch that you can hit. And instead of it being off the plate in, now this is more middle, a pitch that Hannah Wells can handle. And she's looking in. So that's why she's able to pull this ball still a little bit off the hands. That's why it's only hit 48 miles an hour, but enough. Hannah Wells strong enough to get that into the outfield.
Reese Atwood has hit too hard. A couple of flyouts to deep center and deep left. Wallace congratulated. She almost touched home plate before that ball hit the grass. She was motoring with 2 outs. Atwood off the knuckles.
That's the first 2-out hit for Texas in this game.
Reese Atwood just missed a home run. Her last at bat, hit it off the end of the bat. And if you're communicating right now, right-handed batters need to be saying, look, she's trying to get in our kitchen. Either back off the plate or cheat a little bit, open up that front hip just a second before earlier to help clear those hips and get the barrel to that pitch, because all those foul balls are just strikes.
Well, the biggest difference between Texas tonight and Oklahoma last night is that Oklahoma has a lot of left-handed hitters, and she was using that screwball, rise ball, arm side away from the lefties. She's got to come inside to the righties. That's her power part of the plate.
Just missed, trying to nibble away 1-2. Go-ahead run at first. If they can plate it, they're 3 outs away. Atwood drills one deep and off the base of the wall. And the runner will hold at third. And a big 2-out rally for Texas. And now the go-ahead is 60 feet away.
It's a lot easier to handle, Smitty, to your point, that arm side movement when you're from the right side, because it's coming towards you. So great job by Reese Atwood getting the barrel instead of hitting it foul enough to get this one fair off the base of the wall. That's got to feel so big for her. First extra base hit in over a week.
Yeah, and those are screwballs, so they're not going upstairs. Those are screwballs trying to get underneath the hand, and Texas has done a very good job, both Wells and Atwood, at getting the barrel on them.
Last night, Mike White pinch hit Katie Bennett for Kaya Altmaier, and she delivered with a 2-run double. Tonight, he will pinch hit for Katie Bennett with Kaya Altmaier, and can she do the same thing? He's been back and forth for a while now with his left fielders. Strike one to Altmaier. Just her second pinch hit appearance of the season, and a ground ball to first, and diving for the bag, and beating her there is Novickus. Denies Texas the go-ahead, and Texas, a shake of the head from assistant Kristen Zaleski. Are they going to challenge? Yep. So it's down to the 7th. 8-9-1. Here's Emily Digby. A couple of strikeouts tonight. A couple of 3-run home runs in the tournament.
Well, and that's the pitch they've been throwing her that she's not been able to really catch up with. It's down in the zone is what she's been swinging through.
And Sit Lolly, that's just another level. 12 inches of vertical break. That is a foot.
It's because she has this turnover drop that just falls off the table.
Look at that thing.
Yeah, it is just screaming toward the ground. The best way to hit that is not swing.
I was going to say, I wouldn't touch it or get way up in the box.
Way up in the box. Yeah, you have to go way up in the box and catch that before it really starts its steep dive, or you got to go to the back of the box, identify it, and lay off it.
Oh, 2 pitch from Sitlali. We swing away. 8-9-1 here for Georgia. 8-9-1 for Texas in the bottom of the 7th.
Freeze! Everybody clap your hands. Come on now.
1-2 pitch. 2-2. Digby got under it. Now to Altmaier, 1 down. Number 9 hitter Natalie Ray is 2 for 2 with a double and an RBI single. Trying to get her first 3-hit game of the year. Georgia, her third stop after a couple of years at North Georgia following a freshman season at Ole Miss. Really good mid-season pickup for Tony Baldwin.
Pull the string. Wow. So we're talking about the vertical break on the drop, right? So 12 inches. And then what she does is she gives you finally one up in the zone that you get excited about, pulls the string about 5 miles an hour slower.
Gutierrez in charge, 0-2. Key cog in their championship run a year ago to win their first NCAA title. Gets Ray to lift it out to left, 2 down. Got SportsCenter coming up after we are done. Nicole Briscoe and Kevin Connors. Game 3 post-game coverage coming your way. Philly and the Knicks.
But they're going to talk about Megan Grant tying Laura Espinosa's record with 37 home runs.
Made her 37th
Great
tonight.
news.
UCLA headed for a showdown with Nebraska and Jordy Fromm tomorrow. They're up 17-3 over Wisconsin in the 4th inning. Wow. 1, 2, 3.
They must have high
three more
elevation
homers.
there, too.
3 more homers, so they're opening up the lead of home runs.
It's got to be the cheese curds.
Cheese
I think it's the cheese curds. Or the brats. There's Kirsten Roos.
Lala's really doing a good job of throwing 3 different speeds against Georgia. Having a hard time barreling her up.
It was Roos's RBI double that chased Cavan and brought Gutierrez in from the bullpen. So the first time these two are squaring off. Roos drills one out to left. Altmaier will try and hold her to a long single and does, and the go-ahead is aboard. Dogs rallied with 2 outs in that big 5th inning. Can they do it again here in the 7th? Noteworthy that Tegan Cavan is back in the dugout for the bullpen for Texas and can re-enter as the starting pitcher tonight.
I think it's so cool to be able to start a game, struggle, come out of the game, and then return with a chance for redemption.
Jaden Goodwin with an RBI single off of Gutierrez. First batter she faced in the 5th inning. Both she and Gordon, who's up next, got hits off her. This is high, 1-1.
Good take by Gordon. Lali's been very good when she's worked from ahead. She got behind Roos, gave up the hit. Everybody else she's been working ahead, been inducing those pop-ups, ground balls.
Ten of their 21 runs scored with 2 outs. And it's been all up and down the lineup. Everybody's been involved. They beat LSU, upset the 8 seed 7-3, then upset top seeded Oklahoma 10-5. And a run worthy of a phone call to the selection committee saying, hey, forget about this regional host business. Put us in the supers host conversation. Of course, it's always the full body of work.
That's right. Yeah, but last 10 games is important. What Georgia's shown, it's been impressive.
Well, and also what's important is, how well is your sport supported at your venue? Because there's the financial aspect of it. How many tickets are you going to be able to sell? And
geography is still involved as well. although not for the 1 through 16s. That one gets away from Atwood, and here are the Bulldogs with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
It's definitely going to be a wild pitch, way to the left for Reese Atwood. Not a whole lot she could do with this. This is thrown way outside even the other batter's box.
You got the lefty Goodwin, then a bunch of righties coming. You like staying with Sitlali, or would you consider bringing Kavan back in, guys?
I like Sitlali.
I do too.
3-2 pitch. Induces the pop-up. Fielder's choice, and one on a Katie Stewart monster mash. She's due up 4th. It's 8-9-1 to face Presley Harrison. Nichols is 0 for 3. Infield is in here with the corners ready to charge.
Remember, we've seen how hard the dirt is here. Slappers being able to use the ground to get a hit.
That's going to be tough. Legs it out. And a base runner here for Texas with nobody out.
This is just a great job of kind of lessening the impact off the bat. See it not hit hard, and because of that, just use your legs. Half a step gets her safe.
And I think the second it went past Lindemuth, Digby wasn't going to have a chance. Lindemuth, you could tell, was debating on whether or not she should go get that.
And a redemptive moment of sorts for Ashton Maloney, who got thrown out trying to stretch a double into a triple in the 5th inning. That ended a potential rally for Texas. Has a chance to make a play for her team right here.
Ran through a stop sign.
Over on 2 bunt attempts.
The problem here is instead of sacrificing, she's trying to get to first base. So both of those, she's already 1 foot out of the box. This is a sacrifice situation, not a base hit situation. Now she has to swing away.
Oh, by the way, she does have a fabulous outfield assist as well defensively. That threw out a runner at home plate. Otherwise, this is not a tie game right now.
That's right.
Stewart hoping she'll get a shot. Swing and a miss. Out of the zone from Maloney, 1 down, and does not move the runner.
Well, this is where Harrison was so good last night. Is the rise ball up in the zone. She gets that chase, a 42% chase rate against Oklahoma last night. That rise ball just gets up in the eyes. It's so easy to swing through. A non-productive out.
Caden Henry. For 3 tonight for their leadoff. Job number 1, move that runner. Number 2, do not end into a double play. Number 3, pass that bat to Stewart.
Just uncomfortable swings from the left side. Normally you have the advantage right on left, but Harrison has been better against left-handed batters. It's that scries, it's like a screwball rising away from these lefties. It's just a tough pitch to try to barrel.
This is low and away. 3-1. Henry, base hit. Job well done from Caden, and now it's Stewart with a chance to win it for Texas. One of the greatest walk-offs you'll ever see. A couple of weeks ago against Oklahoma, the bricklayer, off the building 3 stories high. One of her 24 homers on the year. She's 0 for 3 tonight. Stewart. Big out for Presley Harrison. 2 down.
Massive. Wow. And for Katie Stewart, first pitch swinging. And she was looking for something in.
But swinging, again, that chase rate, something that's a little up and a little in.
Can Vivi Martinez do it? She's reached 3 times.